Hello, Professor and classmates. I wanted to talk to you today about the usage of medicinal marijuana and it being the best treatment available for many health conditions and diseases known today. Although the name marijuana has been linked to illegal practices, the marijuana plant contains over 100 different chemicals, when combined, have been proven to have positive results. Medicinal marijuana is the usage of the marijuana plant, or I should say, the chemicals found in the plant, to treat many well known diseases as well as those considered to be incurable conditions. Medicinal marijuana is currently being used to treat conditions such as Alzheimer's, appetite loss, cancer, Crohn's disease, eating disorders, glaucoma, high blood pressure, mental health conditions such as bipolarism, schizophrenia, and post traumatic stress disorder, as well as multiple sclerosis, nausea, and chronic pain. The chemicals in marijuana have been proven to reduce anxiety, inflammation, as well as controlling the nausea and vomiting caused by chemotherapy and radiation. Further research has shown that marijuana usage has been the cause of killing off cancer cells and slowing down tumor growth. Recently, the advantages of the usage of medicinal marijuana have been brought to the forefront and has assisted in the legalization of medicinal marijuana in 30 states as well as the District of Columbia. Also, 14 other states are currently allowing marijuana usage on a restricted basis. Medicinal marijuana can be taken in various methods from smoking it, inhaling it through a device called a vaporizer, ingesting it through things known as edibles such as brownies and lollipops. You can rub it on the skin, and they even have it in a liquid form that can be administered under the tongue. Medicinal marijuana, although has not been approved by the FDA yet, and they're stating that is due to them needing further research, proving the positive effects outweigh any possible side effects. Also, marijuana as of today is defined as a Schedule 1 drug, which is the same classification as highly addictive drugs like heroin and ecstasy. The FDA has, however, approved two man made medications that come from the primary chemical found in marijuana known as cannabinoids. Both medications are being used currently to treat chemotherapy patients. A third medication was actually approved in July of 2017 as well. When I went through to research the pros and cons of medicinal marijuana, I wasn't able to find any cons to the usage that were backed up by facts. Although, if you look on the FDA website, they give many reasons as to why marijuana shouldn't be used, but nothing that is backed up by facts. There are no records of marijuana overdosing or deaths due to marijuana usage. Unlike most medications that are prescribed to us today, all have side effects that can cause more harm. I look at the diabetic medication that I currently take. One of them, one of the side effects is possible thyroid cancer. Another one is upset stomach, diarrhea, vision issues. But these are all medications that are on the market and used constantly by us. Kind of interesting, isn't it? When you look at the side effects for marijuana, the most common one is the increase in appetite, which in turn can become weight gain. And that's the greatest feat in individuals battling cancer, as well as the virus that's causing HIV and AIDS. I have seen on a personal level the positive outcomes that can evolve from the usage of medicinal marijuana. My husband has been a long time sufferer of high blood pressure. He's been on 5 different medications, had 3 hospitalizations, all because the medications he was prescribed and was taking according to doctor's orders were not working well enough to keep his blood pressure under control. He finally went to go see my physician, who prescribed medicinal marijuana. He had him take it twice a week to treat his blood pressure. Within 1 month of utilizing the treatment regimen that my doctor provided him, my husband is no longer dealing with out of control blood pressure, no longer needing any medications to control his blood pressure, and his blood pressure is staying consistently under control. Also, my best friend's son suffered from grand mal seizures since the age of 4. He is now 22 years old. He has been to see various physicians, also prescribed different medications over the years, and basically they were told that he would never fully function like you and I due to the damage that was done to his frontal lobe of his brain because of the seizures he had. They moved out here to Arizona about 4 years ago. And 3 years ago, her son went to see a physician who decided to try medicinal marijuana. I am happy to say, since he has been on that regimen, he has not had any further seizures. He is now able to comprehend just as you and as I. His biggest issue was anxiety, being in crowds of people. He no longer has that issue. This young man is now a functioning member of society. He has been able to maintain employment as well as started a family of his own. All of this is due to the usage of the medicinal marijuana. And finally, my father. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer in December of 2016. In March of 2017, he ended up having to have emergency surgery where they removed his stomach, 3/4 of his esophagus, and the tail end of his pancreas. Even with that and a feeding tube, he was not able to sustain his weight. The oncologist put him on medicinal marijuana. Within a couple of weeks, my dad was able to gain weight and keep the weight on. He was able to handle solid foods and to start chemotherapy. Now, unfortunately, in June, my father succumbed to his cancer and passed on. But had it not been for the medicinal marijuana that he was prescribed, he would not have been able to enjoy life up until his final days. The list of pros go on and on regarding the usage of medicinal marijuana. And I truly believe the preconceived prejudice associated with the name itself, marijuana, is why there are ideas and judgment regarding the effective and positive outcome of using marijuana. It is my hope that many will see the positive effects that marijuana can have and realize that there is potential there that has yet to be discovered. Marijuana could very well prove to be the core element needed in the cure of diseases that have been deemed incurable. Unless we try, we never will truly know. Thank you for listening, all.